I'm going to try to summarize these. We talked a little bit about these, and I hit on some of these last Sunday or this Wednesday, I can't remember now when, but in Luke chapter 15, if you want to turn there with me, there's several parables that Jesus talks about right here, and I want to sum these up. The lost sheep, the lost coin, and the lost son. There's three things that he talks about. We talked a little bit about, I talked to you about the lost coin. And just to refresh your memory just a little bit, and I'm going to go through these again because, you know, repetitive teaching is good for learning sometimes, and these are very important topics. But the lost coin, I preached on you a little bit about this. The coin was still a coin, yet it was lost, but it was out of circulation. It had no value. It had value where it laid, wherever it was lost at, right? It was still a coin. And a coin, this particular kind of coin, was worth a day's wages back in that day. So it was very, very important that she find this coin. For a lot of people, this might be $100 or a couple $100. Imagine if you had two lost $100 bills. All right? They were lost. They're still worth $100, but they're out of circulation, which means they're useless. They're no good for nothing because they're not there for you to use. And the only time that there's value really to that is when it's back in circulation, back where it's found and can be used for what it's made for. But as long as that coin was lost, it was absolutely useless to anything and everything. It couldn't do anything of it in and of its own self. So you think about that. Christianity, a lot of Christian people are like that today. A lot of people are like that. They have great value in the sight of the Lord, but they're lost. They're out of circulation. They're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. The value of what they possess is not being used. The church is full of that. As a pastor for almost 3 decades now, I can tell you the church is full of people who have great value and have great worth in the sight of God, spiritual worth, and yet they're out of circulation. And they're not there to be used. They're a lost coin. Something of great value, something of great worth, but they're lost. So we're going to talk about, we'll go over that a little bit again. We're going to go over the lost sheep and the lost son. They all have meaning. They all have the same meaning in certain ways. I'm just going to pick 2 or 3 things out that each one of them possess, items in which they possess, that are descriptors of each one of them, that are very important points that Jesus is pointing out in these particular parables. And we'll skim over them, but they're each one worth about a 2-week lesson, because there's hidden nuggets of truth within each one of these that really, really need to, you know, we read so quickly through the Bible. We read Luke chapter 15 and it takes us just a couple minutes to read all through that, but you're missing the point. This isn't, we're not talking just about, there's the physical side of life and then there's the spiritual side of life. And we spend all of our time locked up in the physical and the natural side of things when we're not looking closely at what Christ is trying to tell us and what He's trying to reveal to us about ourselves and our relationship with God. This is what this is about. Because we are not put here on this planet just to be what, just to have a profession here, to be a citizen here, just to work here and then die. But each one of us has a spiritual value, and each one of us has a spiritual function. The point is are you in circulation to be used by God? Or have you removed yourself? Are you lost? So we're going to take a look at these. Something's lost, something's valuable. And in the situation of the son, talents given that's used for Satan. So we're going to take a look at this here in just a minute. Any prayer requests? Anything going on?